To get into UX writing, should you take a UX design bootcamp? Hey guys, welcome back to UX Hero, the home of UX writing on YouTube. And this is the start of a new series I'm calling Ask a UX Writer. I've had quite a few people reach out to me on YouTube and Facebook recently with questions, and I thought it would benefit more people if I put the answers into videos, so that's hopefully what this series will be. I just want to say this is the first video I'm making since reaching 1,000 subscribers, so huge thank you to everybody who's already subscribed, and let's just jump straight into it. So I had a couple of people leave comments on previous videos basically asking the same question, which is, to get into UX writing, should I take a UX design bootcamp? And I think it's a good question. If you've seen my video on how to become a UX writer, you'll know that I don't mention bootcamps, so that probably tells you my thoughts on them, but I'll go into it a little bit deeper. I should say I'm not a designer and I've not taken a bootcamp. I can only tell you my thoughts on them and what I've seen designers say about them. And before we talk about whether or not it's right for UX writers, I just want to talk about bootcamps themselves. There's a couple of points I think need to be made clear. The first is that a bootcamp alone is not enough to get you a job. The market is flooded now with people that have taken UX design bootcamps, and the only way that a hiring manager knows who to hire is from looking at your portfolio, right? If you think about it, 100 people can take the same bootcamp. You're going to have 100 very different designers. So it's all going to come down to that portfolio. It really is about the time and effort that you put in outside of the portfolio. A hiring manager still needs to know that you can actually put what you've learned into practice. And I've seen one person online say they took a very well-known bootcamp and it still took them 2 years to find a job. So I think this idea that a bootcamp is the way to get a job, you take a bootcamp, you get a job, I think it's just misleading. It's just one part of the process. The second thing that I think needs to be made clear, or we need to talk about, is obviously the price, right? The reason that people are asking me this question is UX design bootcamps are not cheap. You're looking at $10,000 or more for some of these courses. And you have to ask, what are you paying for? Well, it's structured learning, right? It's a structured course. And you have to ask, is that worth that price tag? Do you need to take a bootcamp to become a UX designer? No, there are designers out there who are completely self-taught from Udemy. It really does come down to that portfolio. A bootcamp, that $12,000 course, is not enough to get somebody to hire you. The hiring manager still wants to see your portfolio to see that you can actually design. So you have to ask, is $12,000 or more, or whatever it is, really worth it? And I'm not saying bootcamps are bad. I know there are people out there who've taken bootcamps, thought they were great, went on to get great jobs, but I can guarantee you it was because of their portfolios, right? Those people are very self-motivated, and I do wonder, could those kind of people have been completely self-taught? Possibly. Just depends how self-motivated you are. I would be very wary of any course that prices itself based on a certificate, because the quality of courses can vary. The whole industry is unregulated. So I wouldn't pay for any course that claims you get a certificate, you're a qualified UX designer, because like I say, sure, some people come out of a bootcamp straight into a job, others might take you a couple of years. So those are the first 2 points I think we need to talk about. It's not enough on its own to get you a job, and it's pricey, right? You're paying for a structured course that potentially you don't need. You could be completely self-taught, but I do understand for some people that structured learning is worth that price tag. And that's fair enough. There's no one size fits all. Now we look at UX writers, right? Is it right for UX writers to take a design bootcamp? No. That's a lot of money to spend on a course that's just somewhat related to the job you want to do. Even if there's a module in there about UX writing, which I don't think there would be, the rest of the course is going to be focused on design. And while you should know some UX design principles, if you check out my video on how to become a UX writer, I point you in the direction of some courses. I've got a video on books you can read. It doesn't matter where you get that knowledge from. You need to just put that into practice and show the hiring manager that you can write, right? It's going to come down to, can you actually write? Nobody's going to care that you've taken a UX design bootcamp if you can't actually write. For me, that's a lot of money to spend on a course that's not about UX writing. If you want that structured learning, there are courses out there that focus on UX writing. Again, check that video. For UX design, IDF is a lot cheaper. There's courses on Udemy, there are books. You just need to be able to show that you can put UX design principles into your work as a UX writer. It doesn't matter where you learned those principles. So for me, no, don't take a UX design bootcamp if you're wanting to get into UX writing. spend that time and money on much cheaper courses if that's the route you decide to take. Spend that time on your portfolio. That's what it's going to come down to, right? Can you actually do the job of a UX writer? Spend your time and money on your portfolio. Okay, so I hope that clears it up for my views on UX design bootcamps. If you've got any questions on UX writing or content design, leave them in the comments section below. You might see them in a future video. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.